Hello, beautiful community. This would be shocking if we watch 7 or 8 minutes of it continuously, but we're not going to do that. This is Trump meeting with the press, and in a disturbing and depressive, incoherent way, having 4 things bundle themselves porridge-like together in his head. And the 4 things are roughly the political world and the most important issues in it, above all the Iran war, which Trump has already lost. Then the various renovation projects that Trump's doing around the White House. Then the damage to the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool. And then the damage, vandalism to the grass nearby. And Trump is obsessive. Trump is distracted. Trump is fixated on these issues but can't quite hone in on them properly. And it's a sort of demonstration of Western decline. So let's get a little sense of it, and then we'll give ourselves a reaction. Iran first.
Time you turned off airstrikes against Iran since April.
Yeah.
It's not, in my judgment, the 5th time Trump has said he will attack Iranian infrastructure and then put a pause on that since April. It's probably closer to 7, certainly above 5, between 5 and 10.
To negotiate, what is your message to the American people who are wondering what has changed this time? Why should it be any different?
Well, you don't know. I don't know. I think we're going to maybe get something, but I want to give them every last chance before decapitation. It's very tough to do what we have planned, still planned. We'll see what happens. But it's a very, very tough thing to do. I think I'm very proud of the fact that I'll give people a chance. This is a big move. To do an attack that big on a country, I'd rather not do it. Now, we've already, through lots of large attacks, but they were normal large. Hopefully
normal
they'll
large.
come to their senses, because what happened...
That's enough.
Cannot have
I'll do a separate Iran video, beautiful community. But essentially, Iran either can't or doesn't need to give Trump what he wants, and Trump is not in a strong position to escalate. And so this is reaching a kind of farce that in a middle distance way across history will undermine the epistemic credibility of what future American presidents say. So let's do a little bit of monuments. This is the other thing that he's absolutely fixated on here.
Saw the new horses that just opened by the bridge with the gold. That was the way they were many years ago. Now they look better.
You've seen the new golden horses, beautiful community? Better than many years ago.
These monuments look better than they did when they were originally built. Not just a little fix-up. We made them the way they were, plus.
He made them plus, beautiful community. More. This snippet will give you a sense of the mental porridge.
Socialism, liberalism, progressivism. You know, the word progressive is such a nice word. They love using it. But the radical left isn't letting them use that word anymore. But Lafayette Park is a large park. It was known as the gateway to the White House. And it was disgusting. The monument is beautiful, graffiti all over it. I won't say what was on the sidewalk, but horrible, 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 disgusting stuff. And not only did we fix it, we have military standing there watching it. And if anybody touches it, that was the one mistake with the reflecting pond. They hadn't put up the cameras yet. They had enough up because you see what's happening. But if they would have had them up, we would have had it would have been a lot easier. And I was disappointed with Jeanine Pirro, really disappointed with Jeanine Pirro. She folded like an umbrella. And people get away with things, and it's a disgrace.
So we'll come back to that. This is Trump again coming back to his aggravation with attorney Jeanine Pirro for essentially discontinuing the pursuit of a man who was falsely accused of vandalizing some bits of the reflective pool, which there is no evidence that he did. So Trump is wanting the pursuit of this innocent man, and he is smearing him.
Proud of Lafayette Park. Now we have a big decision to make. Do we take the pavers that are red, you know, the red brick pavers?
It's got a big decision.
And do we change them into a granite? It's a gray granite. They're beautiful, but they're not the original. So we're going to have to make that decision. You have a good sense of taste.
So two things are happening. Trump is anyway more interested in that sort of stuff than he is in politics. This is his real interest. But the more politics goes wrong for him, the more he either has to escalate in new domains or retreat into impulsive fixations with all of these little decorative enterprises he is engaged in. All right. So this is his attack on Jeanine Pirro over the reflecting pool.
Then it got carried away because the judge was extremely unfriendly to Jeanine. And frankly, I think she choked because the judge was really vicious. Instead of going after the people that did it, the judge went after her and went after her department. And I guess she choked. I don't know what the hell happened.
Are you reconsidering her role?
I don't know what. You don't. You're fake news. Don't ever talk again.
So foul.
One of the worst in the business.
Grass. This is the fourth issue. Beautiful community. The vandalism. This is there was real vandalism on the grass. So
just like they did the grass. You know, nobody talks about the grass. The grass.
Nobody talks about the
helicopter
grass.
Pictures of what they did. Wasn't it 87? Right? Do you know what they did? Right? Did you see what they did? Did you see what they wrote? What did they write?
8647.
That's right. 8647.
Just
They
get rid of
86 them. So it's 86, 47. They didn't do 45.
78, 87, 86.
And massive letters on the grass.
What did they write?
86, 47.
87.
And
Maybe it's
nobody talked about that.
86.
Vandalism.
Nobody
We had
talks
to
about
replace all that grass.
45.
It was a tremendous amount of grass. Because when you hit it with this poison, it's acid. It kills the grass no matter how. You can't even clean it, even if you got there right after.
Listen to the granularity. Listen to the granularity.
So,
there is no such granularity on Iran or
people did
Ukraine.
great damage to this thing because they're sick people.
Okay. So, imagine a couple and the couple is getting ready to have a baby and the wife tells the husband, "Hun, I've got really bad news. We've got a health challenge with the baby, which gives us an uncertain prognosis, and I've also just got fired from my job." And the husband says, "Well, there is a stain on my napkin, and maybe the neighbors. We shouldn't have let the neighbors probably caused this, and it's absolutely disgraceful that not everybody's blaming the neighbors. A baby's at risk, and I've lost my job. A lot of people have not been criticizing the neighbors, but the neighbors they damaged my napkin." And then I bought this very, very nice. I wanted a statue. I bought it in an antique shop. So that's right. This is both a narcissistic and a sociopathic problem of priorities. Right? It's not the in the context of a big family challenge that you can't talk about some thing you bought for $20 in the antique shop, or that you can't talk about some kind of favorite napkin being damaged. But there's a problem with priorities here, right? And you can tell from the example what it means for priorities to be in a sort of sick way distorted. That's what that is. It's not wrong for the President of the United States to mention that the golden horses are out again and have been refurbished. But the distortion of priority is significant here, as is the disturbing granularity because it's absent in the areas where it matters. And all of this is hard for you guys to think about because we're in a transitional historical moment, and these moments are always scary because you still expect the world to look like the old world, and it doesn't, because that's your president if you're in the United States. And what's very difficult to fathom is that on the one hand, this is the president of the United States, and he is supposed to be advancing values you roughly share on a good day. But on the other hand, you also recognize that he isn't, and he shares ideologically much more with people who are enemies of the sustenance of democratic life. He has many ideological affinities with Putin and Orban. So it's very hard to place what's happening in transitional historical moments, and that can actually make the bad stuff, like the stuff we've just seen, more shocking, because you're shocked not just by the badness of it, but by the why is this happening at all, but why is this there, by the why is it there question, and where is this all going. So it's probably a 30% shock with the badness of it, right? But then there is also kind of a trauma state of being stunned by the fact that watching this makes you feel like you're kind of out of time, or that history is out of time, and so on. And it's probably a 2-year process for most people to sort of renormalize their political gaze to new conditions. But this is bad stuff, and it has a huge, deflationary impact. Of course, we can talk about Trump, whatever. Anthony Scaramucci recently started talking about not Trump derangement syndrome, but Trump fatigue syndrome. Sure, that's happening, but the problem is that this is doing an enormous amount of damage into the future, not just because it's damage to institutions and procedures, but because this is simply sort of delegitimizing the institution of the presidency, whoever occupies it in the future. Probably we'll talk Iran next time. Let's love beautiful community. Oh, main channel video yesterday. If you haven't seen it, a lot of people have enjoyed it. If you haven't seen it, catch it on the main channel.